What's up, one and all? This is the Peace Dealer here live again. Thank you for joining me in this very, shall we say, important or potent full moon prelude. Yes, because right before the conflict or right before the story truly begins, there has to be a startling conflict. And for those of you in the live chat wondering, yes, I am okay. Um, I didn't even go out that night, so which is kind of interesting. But I don't want to say too much about the very popular incident that is in the news right now, but it is important to address. So, first and foremost, I'm not going to really make this broadcast a normal, typical broadcast. I'm going to let you know and fill you in where we're headed into with this full moon energy, right? Like what you could, because it's very important for you to have the right attitude now that the moon is in Pisces and like your whole perspective of life is literally shifting. Because if you allow the deception that is literally right in front of your face to deceive what your inner heart is telling you is true, then you are making the decision to ignore your inner truth and literally listen to outer forces that want to pimp your soul. But let me not get too in depth right now. We're going to, at the end of this broadcast, or really for most of this broadcast, just kind of hold the intent, meditate a little bit, send some positive energy to any to the victim and the victim consciousness, as well as like once again the energy in Puerto Rico with the hurricane. So we can kind of just like focus our energy in here. We got a lot of water signs that are watching. So if your sun is in Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, then we're definitely going to be using a lot of your healing energy and feeling this in. Now, here's one really important thing. Once again, I'm going to make an official video about this Las Vegas shooting, but this happened during a gibbous phase. So let me break this down. Every 28 days, there is a lunar phase. This is what our calendar system is based off on. Our ancient ancestors did not have calendars, but they followed the moon. So they were able to predict and follow stuff better than we do now with like Gregorian calendars. Keep this in mind, because this sparking off during a gibbous phase before the full moon. And when you have a lunar cycle, the full moon is the completion. We're headed into the completion of the cycle symbolically, which means you coming into the fullness of who you are, which defines where you stand in relationships. There is a higher symbolism that really plays out in how this is happening, especially in Aquarius. All right. This is really a war, spiritual war on love in your hearts. Symbolically, speculative entertainment and concerts, that's Leo energy. So the moon was opposite, right? The dark side of Aquarius is this antichrist, right? Dark, nebulous energy. That's all I can say. So this is really a war in your heart. And as I've been saying, there's a war against Cancer right now. And that is because before you can snuff the heart, what distinguishes other people from someone who's alive? We have made the lie, the biggest lie is that just because your blood pumps through your veins and your brain is active, that means you're alive. That doesn't mean that you're alive. You can still move around and be dead. What gives someone life is heart. Leo, this is why the fire signs are literally the life of the zodiac. Okay? So Leo is the heart of the source. Leo is Christ. This is a war on Christ consciousness. And I'm not going to talk too much about the Vegas shooting, but I really recommend you watch Alicia Sharp's latest video, because she not only nailed this, but she prophesied something that's going to be really huge. And this has a lot to do with groupthink. A lot of people think the Antichrist is like one person of peace or evil person that's going to like ruin the world. The Antichrist is a consciousness. The Antichrist is a group of people. It's a way of life. It's a consciousness. And it's nothing you should fear because it's actually a part of the process between light and dark. But you want to keep in mind what we're headed into before Pluto and Aquarius, and we're seeing the collapse of the system and old rules, right? Because new shit about to be enforced. Pluto and Aquarius is talking about the intensity that comes with you either following the herd in the crowd or sticking true to your individuality. There are going to be people who want to snuff your heart out, but they can't snuff your love if Cancer is still alive. Cancer is the protective mother who's going to literally kill you. The reason why Cancer women have the most arrests is usually to do with them protecting their children. Like Cancers will literally kill you to protect what they love. All right. So Cancer is protecting Leo, even though they clash on some evil stuff sometimes. Cancer is protecting Leo so that we have our own soul. Cancer is the soul. They want to snuff the soul. They want to snuff the heart. Okay. A lot of you are getting snuffed individually. Now, I want to talk a lot about how this Route 91 Harvest Festival was a deliberate harvesting of souls, but I am not at liberty to speak on this because this has happened during a gibbous phase. The moon is in Pisces. When the moon is in Gemini, during the disseminating phase, and we reap from the harvest of this full moon, which in this case in Aries, what is being harvested? Actual identity, Aries people. So check this out. When the moon comes into Gemini, the truth is going to come out. The truth is going to come out, but it's going to be squaring Neptune and Pisces. So be very careful about from now until, or like moon in Aquarius to moon in Gemini, this is this trine of information coming out, and it's squaring Neptune and Pisces. Do not believe what you see without doing extra evidence and research yourself. The most important thing about this is that many people around the world have had premonitions of what has been going down, and not only this event. So a shift like this is really, set to have people take more seriously their own connection with the divine. But regardless, and once again, just to give you a date, the moon is going to be in Gemini October 8th and October 9th. The 8th, the 9th, and the 10th is where the truth is going to come out in a Libra season. The science behind this is that after the full moon happens and you are now revealed the ultimate nature of this cycle, it's going to go through Taurus, which is the 8th house of Libra. Gemini is now the 9th house of Libra, where the truth comes to light about the relationships you're in. And the square to Neptune and Pisces, trust me when I say, information is going to come out of left field where people who are trying to hide stuff from you, it comes out. It squares Neptune. It's like synchronicity stuff. From experience, because I'm a Gemini, this happens all the time. This is why I don't have to worry about anything. Like somebody could be lying into my face, but the moon will be in Gemini. So like information will come out. And if I don't trust it when it's in Virgo, then I'll deal with the consequences. You have from the moon in Gemini to the moon in Virgo before it goes into Cancer to act on what you need to act on. So right now, really just kind of like allow this energy to blow over, really just kind of allow this energy to like continue, because you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people who feel this was staged. There's a lot of people who feel this is a terrorist attack. There's a lot of people who feel there's more. I am not at liberty to explain what happens. That's a Sagittarius's job. Okay, if I somewhat come into answers, I will. It would be wrong of me to run to any conclusions. In the other videos, in this video, you're not going to hear me say this is what happened. You're not going to hear me say the shooter was high. I have my ideas, and let me be honest. I have a Capricorn moon. If you have a Capricorn and Scorpio moon, you know what happened. And stop doubting yourself. But I'm not at liberty to reveal that. For anybody who has Pluto transiting their moon in Capricorn or Scorpio for the moon, keep this in mind, because the people who died, when people die, it activates Pluto. The people who died, if you felt some kind of shift, you went through an awakening. All right. It's not like Jupiter is different. If someone is born around you, you get an awakening. Like if you're around a hospital and you have Jupiter on your sun or moon, that birth and creation gives you a power up. If you have Pluto, then the taking of life, literally you drain that. So keep that in mind. Capricorn, Scorpio, Pisces moon to a degree, they'll feel it, but they don't have Pluto there. They have Neptune. So they're going to be receptive to the people who are passing on to the next dimension and whatnot. So like really keep this in mind. If you have a Capricorn moon, if you have a Scorpio moon, if you have a Pisces moon as well, you know what happened. Keep it to yourself. Keep it to yourself, because the people who you're telling, not everyone you're telling this information to is who you think they are. And if you want people to start spying on you because they know you know some stuff, I would keep what you, trust me. We're headed into a very dangerous phase of this war where people are not who they seem. Now, one thing I'm not going to do as well, for the super chat, for this specific broadcast, I'm not going to pull any cards for the super chat, but just like I asked for the Puerto Rico link, if any of you can give me a legitimate link to help any, you know, what is it called? To help any victims of this event that happened here in Vegas. I'm not really, I don't, you know, all the proceeds that are coming from the live chat for all of October are going to go for Hurricane Irma for sure. And I want to look into donating for Vegas. I don't really trust any current links. I'm gonna be real. So if I'm gonna do a little bit of my research myself. Like I want to actually be there physically and give these people, you know, talk to people, see where this is gonna go. Like I'm not go. If you give me a link to a charity that says it's gonna go somewhere, let me know what charity it is. I'm gonna do the research. Like I'll make sure where it's gonna go. But just know for today, the next live broadcast we do for the super chat donations, I will pull a card, but for now, I just want to focus on the prayer circle. All right. So if you're a water sign, please start praying right now for the world. Water signs, I want you to prepare emotionally a lot that's going to happen, because the timing of this is ridiculous, because this is karmic. This had happened last year in Pulse in Orlando, and the sun was on the north node in Virgo, and now the moon is on the south node. In Aquarius. So there's a certain facet of this that was kind of destined. But yeah, I'm gonna research that GoFundMe link and see how legit it is. I've never really had trust in any establishment, and I'm not going to continue to at all. I will never. But it's going to be irresponsible of me to kind of dissuade genuinely, people who are open to establishment. I don't want to lead you the wrong way. Do your own research. I'm not going to tell you that this was staged. I'm not going to tell you that this was orchestrated. I'm going to tell you to come to your own conclusion, but it's too early to come to that conclusion, because you want to wait until the moon is past the full stage. And this has to do with lunar cycles. What's happening is not random. What's happening is not random. What's happening is not random. Now, I will never, if I'm going to keep it real, there's a lot of what I'm saying right now because I want to be politically correct. This is not a race thing. I feel like this is more economic than anything, but I will never trust a government that established itself upon the massacre and genocide of other people. And no matter how much we try and sweep it under the rug, no matter how much we try and say it's in the past, even though the shit's like less than like a millennium ago or a couple centuries, as much as we try and like move on from this, I will never trust an establishment that's based on this. Keep this in mind, because the divine RPG is booming. Okay, I cannot go anywhere without seeing Capricorn and Scorpio getting ready for this like competition. Okay, we have 8 days away. You guys have 8 days to recruit your people. Aries, Leo, Gemini, Taurus, Cancer, you're being recruited right now. Some of you have to choose, but don't feel like you have to choose. You have to let situations play out. You have 8 days to make a decision of what team you're going to play for, because shit is going to shift. And this is so fundamental down to what you believe. A lot of you are going to find out you were aligned to be on a sign from the get-go. Okay, so I'm going to say this one more time. this is very important. I'm seeing like between different relationships, Scorpios and Capricorns like low key kind of clashing, but not just. But it's deeper than the clash because it's coming through the representatives, but it's happening through the energy. It's deeper than what's happening on the surface, and everything's about to shift like whoosh. So you really want to make sure for those of you, Ali Smith said, can you not make a decision? Please keep in mind in further Divine RPG installments, Aquarius will be a playable character. Aquarius will be able to recruit people. Libra will be able to recruit people. Scorpio already recruits people. Pisces will be able to recruit people. So if some of you aren't able to make a choice, is because someone chose you for a future installment. Maybe Pisces is holding you on deck. Maybe for a lot of you, Aquarius is like keeping you in the cut, like don't join anyone, just wait. But you have to wait. So this means some of your opportunities are being held. It's like, hold on now. You're gonna have to wait till Divine RPG 2 until Leo is a playable character and Aquarius is a playable character. But that's 2019. Okay, so really keep that in mind. Sagittarius is the wild card. So what you're going to see is Scorpio and Capricorn is who you're going to like choose between. And then if you don't choose and you walk straight, then, well, it depends per each sign. It depends per each sign. But Scorpio and Capricorn are going to be head to head, right? But Sagittarius is being sneaky right now. Sagittarius is being mass sneaky. And I don't see Sagittarius right now. I see Sagittarius like, how Sagittarius is the sniper archer. Sagittarius has got the telescope. It sees like Capricorn recruiting and Scorpio recruiting, and Sagittarius is just going to sneak up on people. All right, I see you, Sagittarius. You think you're slick? Leave the slickness to Cancer, but do what you got to do. See, Raven's like, yo, I got a Sag as being sneaky AF. They kind of have to be because Saturn's ready to shift. So you know what I'm saying? Really keep in mind a whole lot that is shifting right now, because with the moon in Pisces, and what I recommend, I invite some of you to join in this ritual with me. It's a very you could do this on your own. It's very easy. Alter your state of mind through psilocybin or marijuana and listen to Janae Aiko. That's all you have to do, or acid. So do that. Unless you have if you have a Pisces moon, you don't have to alter your state of mind because you're already on drugs. Everyone knows Pisces and Pisces moons are already on drugs without having to use drugs. So if you have that, if you don't, you're gonna have to toke it. You're gonna have to like hit up your dealer. Okay, this is Pisces. Shit gets a little dark. This is not established Capricorn or Libra that puts on a face for the public. This is homeless Pisces. I don't give a fuck. This is what it is. Like, before it goes into Aries and you reset everything and you harvest, because what this full moon is going to do is open up and reveal what relationships and partnerships you can move forward with. And it's going to happen with a bang. Okay, this is going to be a super powerful full moon. There's a lot of people in their feelings right now, and you're going to see a whole lot of people arguing. Listen, my friends. If you want drama, because I'm not going to lie, if you want drama, piss a Leo off and like just watch them go ham. Okay, just put a Leo and a Taurus arguing. They will make the hugest scene. You would almost want to put that in World Star. But when an Aries and a Libra argue, it can burn more than a bridge. So, first of all, I just want you to imagine a Libra and an Aries arguing. Because I'm sorry, like, Leo will make a scene. Leo is that kind of person that it's like, oh my gosh, everyone's watching the drama. I'm not even that mad, but I'm just going to act more mad so that I can reap off this scene. What's up, Leo? Tell me I'm wrong right now. And then Libra is going to instigate that shit. Once Libra sees that everyone's paying attention, Libra's going to start talking to the other people like, guys, can you believe what's happening? And this is how Leo and Libra together finesse everything. Like, especially if like a Libra man or a Leo woman, oh my God, or a Leo man or a Libra woman, they finesse everything. They finesse everything. They will just captivate your attention. Before you know it, you would think that Leo was mad. And then the Taurus is just there heated. But the Leo is just basically just, finessing, just acting. Okay, so really keep this in mind. And I still mean that. I still mean that when I say Leo is the Christ energy. Shout out to the Leos. But if you want drama, look at an Aries and Libra argue, because Libra knows their people and Aries is just ready to clap in an instant. So this represents the individual versus the government establishment, because Libra is politics, but Aries is you. And the Aries Libra crash is like, you know what? I don't really feel like following these bullshit laws because they don't represent me. But the good thing about Libra is that they protect your interests. And what do Libra and Aries square? Capricorn. That's the man. That's the establishment. What do they also square? Cancer. So let me teach you really quick how this works. This is polarity between me and between you. But you know what? We all can't be trusted. So we need a bigger entity. We need something that can actually put us in check. We need to make sure that I don't just like basically get away with doing what I want with you. We need to make sure that our feelings are both met. This is where Libra comes in. This is where compromise comes in. This is where we're able to meet together so that we can form a greater whole. That's why Capricorn is next to Aquarius, and every Capricorn is plugged up. Every Virgo, make sure they know somebody, because Capricorn represents the strength in numbers with Aquarius. This is what Aquarius and Libra do. It's like that bigger stuff. Whereas Aries is like, screw y'all, I'm gonna do it myself. And there's huge power in having an internal locus of control. And mixing all these elements together come into great cohesion. But this is the point of the spiritual war. This is the point of this art of war. And this is the point of what the dark forces are really trying to do. Okay? This is not a government conspiracy. If you think that world leaders are planning this, then you need to think bigger. You need to think about the influence of aliens. And I don't care how far-fetched this sounds, but you either, this is kind of what I was saying before, you either believe in intergalactic space lords bartering with other aliens, pimping human beings out. I'm talking about Palladians, like, oh, we got the Canadians on lock, and then Archons, we got the Asians on lock, and they literally like place bets and control stuff from a higher government order. You either believe in that or not. You're either Uranus or Neptune or not. Okay, and this is the polarity right here. I'm going to tell you right now, if you believe in overgalactic space lords, you're probably a little crazy. Can you prove that there are aliens involved? Can you really prove that aliens exist? Can you really prove there is an advanced intelligent organization that if they were advanced and intelligent, of course, they'd be able to finesse people like this. But if you really believe that and you have no proof, there's a lack of responsibility for telling other people to believe that when you really just look like you have tinfoil on your head. Okay, when because it's really easy to say, oh yes, aliens did it, yes, all right, oh yes, this is the work of something nebulous. It's really easy to say that and not show proof. So if you don't believe that and you're a rational thinker and you believe what you see and you wait for proof, I commend you. You are wise. We call that wisdom in our world. Me, the peace dealer is a fucking nut. Intergalactic space aliens, as sure as Aquarius is evolved, as sure as from case study, every single major event, because I talk to people. I talk to at least 5 clients every day. So when I start to hear, this is why Aquarius knows everything, because they talk to people too, and they hear the patterns. When you think you go alone and you do something on your own and you've experienced something on your own, when you talk to a lot of people and you realize everyone's going through the same thing, there are patterns that occur. Every time Aquarius is involved, or Libra, or an air sign, there is the presence of a higher force. Can I prove this? Technically, empirically, no, not yet. And regardless, I'm not necessarily rushing to a conclusion, but I am saying that there are intergalactic space overlords. I am saying that there are evil spirits. And what I want to harp on is how mystical that sounds. I'm not trying to tell you that there are unidentified flying objects. We're not sure about what these beings are. No, I'm kind of merging the realms of what you think is reality and what you think is fiction. This is the whole motion of Pisces. You either believe that they're higher, like just think about this logically. If there was a higher being that knew how to cloak themselves and be invisible and had higher knowledge and knew how to, you know what I'm saying? What if ants think humans are aliens? All right. So the whole notion that it's possible, okay. The whole notion that like there's an evil one world government that's trying to control things. A lot of these things are just exaggerations and imaginations, but they're not far from the truth. And this is what allows people independent of the government to operate in the shadows, your own doubt, your own disbelief in your own energy. Okay. You cannot fool Cancer people. Cancer suns, Cancer moons, they feel this. They're coming out about this. Okay. And this is what is allowing them to get attacked, them to get suppressed for expressing how they feel. It's not that they're outright saying, oh my gosh, they're aliens, but they're asking the right questions. Why do you feel like this? Why did you say that? Hey, did you see that? Very subtle. All right. And when they point it out, they also open themselves up for attack because the expression of their energy is triggering Pluto in Capricorn. Like, I dare you to say something. I dare you to reveal the truth that you feel. So this is everything to do with the topic that I'm talking about because the South Node is in Aquarius. Honestly, only people with 12th house, 11th house, or Pisces, Aquarius energy understand. If you're a moon in Aquarius, if you're a sun in Aquarius, you know you're not from this planet. If you are from the final four, you know you have a mystical energy about you. So when I say aliens, when I say evil spirits, when I keep bringing this back here, I'm trying to flip your understanding. A lot of you kind of have this the other way around. You're looking at the surface and then looking out. You need to look out and then see how it moves in. And if you want to find yourself, that's the same thing you want to do. As you go inside, see how that inside is the universe that's outside moving in, because you're connecting with your higher selves through that as well. But one more thing that I wanted to say is that startling realizations about who you are through your relationships with others are going to be revealed. Okay. And what this whole point of this war is to divide us. That's it. The whole point of this spiritual war is to keep us divided and to make sure that we do not connect and to make sure that we do not necessarily trust each other and to make sure that we do not love each other. That's really the first stage, because if we don't connect, we're not going to trust each other to share our intuitions, and we don't have all the answers. The reason why you get an intuition here, someone else gets an intuition here. No one is all the zodiac signs at once. That's the whole point of Captain Planet. The elements have to come together. You feel something, this person is thinking something, as another person is acting out and channeling what they're picking up from subconsciously from other people's energies. There is programming to make sure subconsciously you distance yourself from other people. The technology you consume is literally making sure you distance yourself from others. And this is where it is black and white, because you have good people in the government. You have good people who make inventions to bring us closer together, like social media. So I'm not saying that technology is bad. I'm not saying social media is bad. I'm saying you need to open your eyes and you need to be very mindful about the division and the art of war that's being played in front of your face, so that while you're so busy afraid of nuclear war coming out or a bomb dropping, you don't realize that your mind is being shaped to think about certain people you don't know, so that when we invade their country, it's totally fine, because after all, our propaganda told you it's cool. How open are your eyes? How open is your heart? Because anyone with the open heart chakra will never, ever, 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 ever agree to invade, will never agree for war, will never agree to do anything that divides. This is what I mean. Are you alive or are you part of the Walking Dead? Because if your heart is closed and your love is not unconditional, you're probably dead to yourself. And this is where the spiritual work you got to do on the inside is now kind of screwing you over if you're not doing it. So that when all this stuff hits the fire, there's two types of people. There are people who are just so stressed out right now because they don't know what to believe in. They don't know what the hell is happening. And there are people who are calm. It's just like, yo, we're all connected. There's nothing outside that can threaten you because you're real. And all of this is fear. Seriously. Seriously. Me, myself, and other people have been in situations where it's you in front of death, and all you have is your faith. All you have is like, what do you really believe? Because what really pisses me off about this spiritual path and about this spiritual community is that it's all fluff, it's all pink, it's no authenticity. Do you think I talk about aliens and evil spirits and stars because I'm trying to get likes? Do you think I'm trying to get you to like me? The reason why I got this far is because I'm not afraid to say shit that's actually true. And I'm not afraid to take risks. I never say what I'm saying is gospel truth. You guys do, because we confirm it together. So all I'm trying to do is connect with you. All I'm trying to do is bring up the relevant information because we're working together and we're all we have, we all we need. From all the webinars and live videos we have done, the only reason why we've grown is because we've pulled our energy together. And you take that with you when you go back into this world and deal with some miserable fake people who are energetic vampires and they don't know how to love themselves, even if they tried. Do you know what you have to do? You have to rise up to the task and do the revolutionary act of loving someone else. That shit is hard as fuck. Excuse my language. Because everyone's so afraid to actually love someone else. They're so afraid about getting hurt because they've gotten hurt. And when you trust someone, you can be very vulnerable. So why do you think the universe puts you in situations to learn from lessons so that you get back on your ass and you can love again? I'm going to say this one more time. A lot of you are feeling like you need super special powers or to like break in and break rings. Have you loved like the last person next to you? Are you still blowing them off? Are you not showing up to social situations? That's all you have to do. Are you being there for the next person? Or when the universe shows you opportunities, they can't make you any money. They can't do anything for you. So you're not helping them. And yet you're waiting for some magical awakening to shift and change your life. Like all you have to do is open your goddamn heart, stop being afraid to love and love and love. And I'm telling that to me as much as I'm telling that to you. Because one of my biggest issues is opening my heart as well. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. The issue is simple. The fact that it is this difficult for you is proof that you're being suppressed. So if you're feeling guilty, the guilt is not yours, my friend. From birth, you're being systematically programmed to shut your heart off and to literally just be led by your lower chakras. So your pineal gland is decalcified. When you're a child, do you have to be taught to love? Do you have to be taught to show people positive vibrations? That shit is learned. When you're shoved into school systems that don't give a goddamn about you and just really want to make profit off of the bullshit that they're teaching you, literal bullshit about history and just like techniques that almost dumb you down to the point where other countries literally sun us in math, in English. Our generation is crazy. And our generation specifically, if you're born after 84, you are part of the Avengers generation. This is it. The Libra generation in the 70s is the Watchmen generation. Go watch Watchmen. Watchmen did not have special superpowers, but they still fought crime. Pluto and Libra. It's that generation that's going to popularize, what do you call it? Not crime fighting, but I need to look up the word. Vigilantism. If you're Pluto and Scorpio, you are the Avengers generation. You are the grassroots generation of people that's going to awaken psychic power to actually like use it and save people. If you're born after 95, you're literally like the Justice League. You're born awakened with superpowers and shit. And like it's different from the Avengers generation because like the Avengers, I'm trying to show you the difference between Avengers and the Justice League. Like there's an advancement in this. So if you're Pluto and Scorpio, your power is awakening right now, but you're not. And then if you have children, you're teaching awakened like kids while you're awakened. This is like the whole, and it's all happening now. So you have to understand the war has already been fought to suppress this. Don't think that these people don't know astrology too. Don't think that these people don't understand at an even greater level what was about to happen and what's about to at length, like very profoundly shock and awe the world, especially in the sense of, you know, taking a whole lot of what you're doing and changing the world with it. And I'm going to say this one more time. This is the Avenger generation and the Justice League generation of the Galactic Federation. And this is it, y'all. I say this like I will always say this. Your enemy is not flesh and blood. Do you know why we're the generation that's going to change and save the world? Because we're going to wake the fuck up and realize that we're being lied to. And I'm not talking about your government is lying to you. I'm talking about we're being lied to by ourselves. We have to wake up from the self-inflicted delusion to make us really feel like we can divide each other by race, class, ethnicity. It's great to honor your ethnicity and culture because ultimately Capricorn provides the organization to segment what is what. All right. So it is cool to rep a nationality. It is cool to rep a culture. But if you're going to divide yourself from it, spiritually, emotionally, to the point where you really feel in your head that you're different than someone because they're of a different nationality and culture, even though you have the same heart, the same blood, different type, same organs on the inside, then you're a part of the bullshit. And you need to wake the fuck up because we're not going to fight some imaginary energy. The victory is us waking up and realizing, hey, we're the answer. We're what we got. We're what we need. We need to stop fighting each other. All right. But why are we fighting each other? Why is there this illusion that we have to fear our borders and fear other people? Because it's all fear. It is all fear. It's all what ifs. This is really the whole notion behind how insurance companies make all the money that they do, instilling fear. What if this happens? Now you're paying money. I mean, thankfully, we could just cite a case where life insurance or car insurance pays off. Because if I get in a crash right now, thank God I have car insurance to recoup that. I'm just telling you. Doesn't change the fact that it's marketed by fear. I'm not here to tell you whether that's right or wrong. That's my opposite sign. That's Sagittarius. Sagittarius is going to take what I say and say this is what should be. I'm just here to tell you what is, okay? The North Node is in Leo, and you have a decision to follow your heart and express from your heart. And this is going to require, whether you can love unconditionally yet now or not, show up to the situations and relationships you're with your heart and with who you are. I'm not necessarily here to blow up your mind with ideas. A lot of you have deep inner knowings of the significance of what happened tonight. And October 9th, 8th, and 10th, your intuitions are going to be confirmed. But the way it's going to come out in the news is not going to be accurate or extremely true. A square to Pisces almost literally like means 100% deception. So just keep that in mind. And thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys watching for showing up. I take such a very passionate tone towards you, but I know majority of y'all who are here, you show up, and that's why I give you that passion, because this passion I want you to give to others. Like 400 people watching live now, and this is exponential. If you study tables, if you bring this energy to 2 other people, you know what I'm saying? That's it. And the goal of Libra season right now is make a new friend. Now we've worked on ourselves so much. It's time for you to share your talents with others. It's time for you to take that risk and show people not your deepest, darkest secrets, but it's time to show people what you know about this. All right. I am not afraid of a skeptic. I am not afraid of anyone who does not take this craft of what I do seriously, because I've changed lives with this craft. And I will say it before and I will say it again. It's not me. I cannot be in your face fronting like I'm a super psychic mystic. Yeah, see, all my predictions come true. I'm the shit. Yeah, you see this lady, she said that everything I said came true, which happens. You see this, I was able to prove that this was going to happen. If I was to brag about it, I'm nothing more than a tool, because I'm just simply a channel. And just like I'm playing my part, you're playing your part. And as long as we all play our part, as long as we all act as one, all right, then a Tower of Babel incident cannot happen, where higher beings have to divide us so we can't understand the language we're speaking. Because once we're united as one, the main goal of the sage of the 6 paths who created Ninshu to connect chakra so we can all understand each other before humanity used it as weapons to kill each other and divide, this is the whole notion. This is the whole process of ascension. All right. We're having to use our awareness of power to connect. But this is what I'm trying to say. This is why I'm saying this is a spiritual war. You are not stupid. Nobody watching this is stupid. I don't give a damn how many people want to act like they're not woke. The only thing that's worse, like there's a lot of people who are acting fake woke, but there are people who are worse, who are acting like they're not woke, but they're woke. And they're literally like counter awakening people by suppressing people. For real. All right. Don't necessarily be in a position to entertain this, but you really want to be open quite profoundly to how willing you are to not only like open your heart and share yourself, but to speak your truth. All right. Aries season, you discovered who you are. Gemini season, you develop your truth. Leo season, you found your purpose. Libra season, now it's time to bring it to people. Okay. And trust me, you're gonna realize a whole lot of what you've been feeling inside, other people have been feeling too. But once again, you're not dumb. You're not stupid. Do you think over ages of humanity, do you think our ancestors didn't know that all we had to do was get together? Do you think the people don't naturally know that we just need to get together? This is a spiritual war, and it's not a war with guns. It's a perceptual war, where if I can literally control what you believe and think, I don't have to be forceful with you. We only have to get forceful once you stand up for yourself and you see through our illusion. Then we'll just Tiananmen Square your ass, and we'll get our National Guard to force you to do what we want anyway. So that's why a dude like me is calm. Like, I'm not ever going to be afraid of something like martial law. I'm not ever going to be afraid of something like, things being controlled, because that's not true control. And you shouldn't be afraid too. Don't give in to all these conspiracy theories that want to fear you. Even if they drop some truth, be aware that your spirit is way more powerful than all that. All right. So really keep this in mind. Put in your awareness that your fellow brothers and sisters, all right, even watching this, they're not stupid. They're going through their own struggles, but they peep game. If you have Pluto past Libra, you're very intelligent. Some people are dumb still, but I'm trying to let you know what you think you see is not what it truly is. Okay. And what I really mean by that are you have a lot of people who are acting like they're ignorant of stuff, but they're not ignorant. They're trying to knock you off your purpose. So stay focused. But there's a deliberate like plot to divide you from others. And what I'm really trying to say is that you don't want to insult the intelligence of humanity and feel like, because a lot of people like to say, what's wrong with the world? Why are people just crazy? And you're throwing shade on yourself because we are the people. Like, we have this obsession with blaming society. We're society. You're picking up on a force that is fucking with society. And whenever you bring it to focus, now I know what it's like to be a water sign. Now I know what it's like to be a water sign, to like pick out stuff that you see, but no one believes you because no one can feel into it. Okay? So until you realize that literally every single other human being is your friend. This is the age of Aquarius. This is the lesson of Aquarius. What squares Aquarius and Leo? Listen, Leo is love. Aquarius is the friendship. So you love your friend. What squares that? Scorpio, trust. Trust is the barrier to love, because if you can't trust someone, you can love someone who will kill you. This is where the negative forces come in at an integrated, sinister, genius level to get people to turn against each other. And I really hate that I can't explain that more, but I want to close this now by just holding the intention to pray. So everyone right now on your own, please say a short prayer for the world. Please say a short prayer to everyone around the world, to the victims of the families lost yesterday, to the Hurricane Irma victims, to the earthquake victims, to people who are literally like, to you know what I'm saying? Don't feel like just because you didn't go through any natural disaster, you're okay, you're better than someone else. You're going through some stuff too. Like, you can hide from whatever, but you cannot hide from the peace dealer. Pluto is transiting Capricorn. Everyone is going through very intense, soul riveting shit, as much as Neptune is in Pisces. And all I hate to see is people faking the funk and acting like they got their life together when it's just clearly not only fake, but you know what I'm saying? There's a reason why interactions are together, so that you can open up and share your information. So that being said, I just want to set the intention to really send this energy out together. If you have a Pisces that you know, I want everyone to feel energy coming up from their root, from the earth. Gather this energy, feeling your body, the energy of peace. All right, what we're going to do now, peace. What we're going to do now is channel a whole lot of this energy. Feel the healing coming from your soul. And now I want you to symbolize the zodiac sign of Pisces, okay? Pisces sun, Pisces moon. Symbolize that Pisces sign and feel yourself drawing energy from that. So we're all giving energy to Pisces right now. And if you're with a Pisces or Pisces moon, give them your energy. Pisces, you're going to give this energy to the world. So we're going to like do a spirit bomb right now, and we're going to give Pisces our energy. And then Pisces, you're going to draw in that energy. And Pisces, the moon is in Pisces on Neptune. You have a genius quality to imagine and see visions and see things better than others, because you have the hindsight and the genius emotional intelligence to really understand how to disperse a lot of this energy. All right. For example, if we said Gemini were to do this, no offense, I'm a Gemini. Gemini is amazing, but Gemini does not have the full scope. Gemini is not Sagittarius. Gemini cannot see into the full picture. Pisces is going to actually know. So everyone, give your energy to Pisces right now. Pisces, look at your imagination and literally see people healing now. This is not some woo-woo nilly healing that's just going to make people feel better. We're beyond this. This is an awakening right now. Because a whole lot of the souls that left, 50 is a critical number. The fact that 50 plus people died, there's a portal that's been opened and souls have traversed. Pisces, we can circumvent this. I want you to picture people awakening, and I'm just letting you know this is working. We're doing a world-changing ritual right now. And this is what I'm saying. Like, if we were to tell this, if you were to tell somebody that you just changed the world, this is your homework. After you do this, tell people, hey, I just changed the world right now. You're affirming it. I just linked up with the Pisces and changed the world right now. Do you believe it or not? And keep that in mind. Pisces, all the thanks. After we're done with this, what we're going to do is heal Pisces, because Pisces is going to be super vulnerable. Pisces moon and Pisces are going to be super vulnerable. So after we give them the energy and they do this, we're going to heal them. Okay. So keep that in mind. As you pray, picture yourself sending the prayer to that Piscean energy. And then Pisces, just really picture yourself drawing in that spirit ball energy and healing, okay? Joseph Cash can feel the energy. This is it. Pisces, you're so sensitive, you could literally feel it, all right? Capricorn would have been another good, Capricorn would do a more powerful healing, but Capricorn wouldn't be able to feel into the energy as sensitively as Pisces, and the moon's in Pisces. So yes, we're going to keep this up for another 2 or 3 minutes right now. All right, so Pisces, what you're going to do is take this energy with you. And now, as you take this energy with you, because the healing is happening, but this is, there's Aquariuses here. So the fact that Aquarius pitched into this, the fact that Cancer pitched into this, means you're going to be feeling this healing energy, and it's going to intensify over after the full moon. So take this with you, and just Pisces, I'm holding you to this here, but really just stay in a mindful state to where you're healing with your every breath. All right. And it's just a little piece that's going to add up a lot. And now what we're doing is we're distributing the Pisces to take our healing for us. So now I just want to hold the space to heal Pisces right now. As we gave energy to Pisces, let's now give healing energy to Pisces. Thank you, Pisces. Thank you, Aphrodite, for spearheading this campaign. And now what's going to happen here is from now until the 11th, because Pisces, you took in all our energy, you took in all our synchronicities and signs. If any of you have important visions, it's important for you to email them to me. Some of you are going to have visions off the spot, Pisces moon, Pisces rising, Pisces sun, but really sun and moon. If you have any visions, anything that you kind of picked up on this, it's important that you speak it out. The act of writing out and speaking it out is working your magic, because you are queens of existence. And there's something that people don't accept about your power. The reason why Gemini can get away with saying stuff willy-nilly, but you can't say anything you want, Pisces. And this is a secret that I'm ready to reveal. It's under the Scorpio embargo, and I'm going to make a I'm going to make a World War Zero video about that. So I'm going to get penalized for saying this. Like, I'm going to get spiritually attacked for saying this, but Pisces, you're a queen of existence. If you're a Pisces sun, if you're a Pisces moon, this works through you. But whatever you say happens in reality. This law of attraction stuff that we do, if you really think something, Pisces, it's going to happen. It does not happen like that with any other sign. Aquarius is a close second because Aquarius is next to you and they can alchemize it. So they don't have to say it. They already know it's going to happen. They live a whole different phase. Pisces, you have the scary responsibility of knowing that every single thing you focus and intend on happens. So if you focus on someone being mad, did you think that was a coincidence? If you think it's a coincidence, it's your superpower. That's what makes you Pisces. That was what makes you the last zodiac sign. Me, I have to say something. I have to wait a lunar cycle. I have to show a Sagittarius, and then I have to present it to Pisces. That's why being Pisces is a huge deal. Pisces, you have to do all that. You did all the soul work to incarnate the Pisces. So I think I want to have a sandwich today. And then your friend just comes in the room like, hey, I brought you a sandwich. And you're just like, that's Pisces. So some of you guys don't know Pisces live like this. They don't tell anybody. Scorpio doesn't tell anyone too. Okay? Just letting you know. So Pisces, let me know the visions you have. Some of you are going to think what you're saying is stupid. Don't. Let me know. It's relevant. You have our energy right now. If you took place in this ritual, if you watch this video after you take an energy, let me know. Run them visions. Let me know. And I have one last message before I leave. This full moon in Aries is going to be some of the, if you think, see, it's really crazy to say, because you think that, you know, all these people dying right now is huge, and it is. It's on the surface, it's huge. This is nothing compared to this full moon. If you think what happened yesterday was huge, this full moon is going to be the bang. Like, this is just the beginning. So please don't think that this is orchestrated by the divine. This is orchestrated by the cosmos. This was planned. So if you think this is like just a random instance, this is just the beginning. Legislation is being made right now, and that's just going to be jumped all up in our faces. If most of you are even aware, you know what I'm saying? So be very, very mindful of that. And Sagittarius, as I was channeling and giving to Pisces, Sagittarius, if you're ready to start this adventure, then hit up a Pisces and activate them. And this is my channeled message for you, Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you do not have the protection that you think you have. So you have to make a move. And this is coming from a Gemini. No other zodiac signs know this like I know this. You have to make a move. And if you're waiting for the world to get it until you do what you do, it's not going to work. Sagittarius right now is the detective that got fired because they know the truth, but now the government is not messing with them because you know what I'm saying? They screwed up. They didn't screw up on the job, but you know how in a movie where the detectives get fired, but they have the crucial piece of information, so they have to go behind the back of the actual law to solve the case. And it's not until they solve that case that the police is like, oh, you were right. Sagittarius, I swear to God, you're the key. If you're gonna wait for shit before it happens, like, you're doing the most dangerous shit right now, and you're on your own. All you have is Pisces. You have the final key, and if you're waiting for someone to trust, listen, Sag, it's just you, and you're very aware of how serious this is. Saturn is letting you know your whole life could be over, and you only have one life. You're in a video game where if you had multiple lives, you only have one life, and you cannot fuck this up. Sagittarius, this is not a leap of faith. You know what you have to do. You must do it now. And I'm going to let you know it's going to get ugly. But the whole point of this is to teach you that all the fear in the world cannot stand up to you. So the reason why you're hesitant is because you know what you're about to do is going to change the entire world. And you know that you cannot turn back from what you're doing. And I'm just letting you know everything that you are afraid of for what you're going to do will come up. You're stopping your Sagittarius. You're stopping yourself because of very deep fears about how you know you're about to change your situation. And I need you to know, Sagittarius, every single thing that you're afraid of happening will happen. But the whole point is for you to know that those fears aren't shit compared to a representative of the creator himself. How you God? Sagittarius, how are you God? This is my rant. I'm going to end this off with a rant. Sagittarius, how are you God, but you're still afraid? See, you're the first of the final four. You're the last four signs. Capricorn gets it. They don't tell you. Aquarius knows. I don't have to tell Aquarius. That, hey, you can stand up to fear. Aquarius will give me a side eye like, I already know. I'm pretty sure I know that. I'm teaching you that. Pisces will just laugh. Pisces will get scared about a whole lot, but that's because Pisces picks up on stuff from other dimensions. Sagittarius, how are you God, but you're still afraid? Sagittarius is supposed to be the most fearless. Like, it's supposed to be Aries, fearless, Leo, strong. And then Sagittarius is wild and crazy because they're just super lucky because you're God. You have Scorpio as your 12th house. So Sagittarius, a lot of Sagittariuses are like gods who forgot their gods, and they're walking around afraid to die. Like, oh my God, don't do that. You're going to die. You're God. You're God. How are you going to die? You're a God. I'm a human. I'm a Gemini. You're a God. How are you going to die? This is deception. This is deception. It's comedy, though. If you're looking from the spiritual realm, you literally see Sagittarius is like, oh my God, don't do this. Like, they're not afraid, but just think about every single thing that you do that you kind of like, I shouldn't do this or I die, because you let humans teach you. You let people of lower vibrations teach you how they survive. Their standard is not your standard, Sagittarius. Break free, because Jupiter's in your 12th, and you're going to be pushed into situations where it's like, you don't have time to hesitate. I'm here to tell you, no one's stopping you. Everyone's going to be up in your face like, we're going to stop you. I'm going to put all my money on you. All your fears are going to come to light, and you're going to kick all your fears in the ass. But if you believe that you can, it's going to come true. Because just like Pisces, whereas Pisces, anything they do comes, Sagittarius, anything you believe manifests. And that's where I'm going to end it. Thank you, one and all. Until next time. Make sure you join my full moon webinar. I got the link in the description below too.